Is there anybody out there? Hey, you guys, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. What? It's 6:03 according to my, according to my information. Forgive me for that. I have my special friend Nora over here. She's a dog, and she has been fighting with the little kitten, which now gives me an indication as to what it was that happened to little kittens' babies, possibly, hey? Maybe they got attacked by a dog. I've seen that happen before, where the mama or the babies will get killed. And, it's a drag. Anyway, the mystery carries on. How's everybody? It's Top Hat Thursday here at I Love Ruthie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's a lovely day today. For the apocalypse, right? I guess I shouldn't really joke about that, but you wouldn't know by looking out there that it isn't the apocalypse. Outside, all the grass is pretty much dead now in my yard. I've tried to water it a little bit, but I pay $3.50 a cubic meter for water here, so I can't really be watering the yard. The thing I have discovered, though, is that my favorite little ground cover, it's a little yellow critter, I can't remember what it's called, but it's an indigenous plant. And you can mow it or you can let it get tall or whatever, and it always grows beautifully, and it's surviving beautifully in the weather. Okay, I've got the critter cam going. Whoop! Look at that double critter cam. Deet deet. Okay, guys, so that's groovy. I think maybe the numbers have changed, though. I don't know. We'll see. How's everybody today? I want to show you guys something. Look at this. This is the local newspaper here in my area. It covers all the information for the whole county. And there's a little article in here about a concert that happened on the weekend up in Three Hills, which is the next town up. And I got to go up and be part of that. And look who's in the picture there. Whoopsie, there we go. That's right. So it's called Good Stock. Highlights local talent. Yay! Pretty cool. That was put on by a gentleman named Dan Gascon. I met a young man there. We traded CDs, which was pretty neat. That was on Sunday. So look at that, in the paper already again by Thursday. The young fella, his name was Joshua Bellingham. And he's actually gone to school for songwriting and music production. Got to go up to OCL Studios, which is a big deal up here in this area, and do this recording. So he has some lovely songs, and I can't wait to have a chance to listen to it. Maybe we'll get to feature him on the show. Maybe we can do a channel raid, or what do you call it? Not a raid, a channel takeover. That's what Jay Bocott likes to do. Uncle Jugsy, there's my buddy. How are you? How are you tonight? Happy Top Hat Thursday to you, sir. So the news is I was in the studio last night and I got the title track done, the final cut of my vocal for the title track, and I did a little bit of what you'd call, idea of harmonies. I sang some harmonies to myself on another song, the song that we're going to release as the single. I'll tell only you guys. It's called Captain Kirk. Anyway, you guys get to have the exclusive stuff here on Twitch, because Twitch is like, I don't know, how do I explain, but you just never know what's going to come over a person while they're twitching away over here, and people come in and say hello and all of that kind of stuff, right? So it's kind of cool, because I occasionally feel like doing something different and new. Anyway, if you're here, please do say hello and go ahead and request a song. I'm going to put the song list in the chat here. And there you go. You can just click on that purple link and request a song today. Okay, you guys. And, of course, we have our channel points down here, little love hearts, and we have our emotes here. We have Matthew and Garth and little Clovey. So that's kind of cool. I know most of you have seen them already, but if you haven't, there they are. Okay, you guys, I better start with singing a song. One of the things I thought I might do tonight, just because I'm feeling that way, I'm just feeling like it, and I have to practice, so it would be like a learning song thing. Hey, Cliver, Babyland, 1990, ho, hi ho. Awesome. Chris 6, hey, babe, how are you? How are you guys all? Bless you all for being here. I am so grateful. I was just saying that I'm in a mood. I was in the studio last night, and I sang the title track for my album. Now, I know yesterday I recited the lyrics for the title track, and it's a song that my sister Esther and I wrote together. It's a co-write. Anyway, it's recorded and played on the piano and with a great big band. But I felt like maybe playing it for you guys. I know it's a little premature because I'm learning to play it on guitar, so I'm not really adept at it yet. Oops, feet are rolling here. Rolling on the cables. I'm not entirely adept at singing it or playing it yet, for that matter. Well, I sing it okay if I'm standing up. We'll see if we can do it like this. Yeah. So I thought I would sing it for you guys. Whoopsie. What is that in the way there? There we go. What do you think? Is that an idea? Let's do it. This is the title track, Secret, just for you guys. Won't even be released this year. Hey Chris, maybe we should do a video for this one too. I was thinking about it. I mean, like I could hire you to do a video because you do such great work. So this is the unplugged, broke down guitar version. Sirens, lights flashing across the window of a cheap motel room she rented with her last dime. She loved him, God, she loved him with a passion, but she could never save him or stop her heart from breaking. Time and time again, she spent the day driving down a dead-end road with crate after crate of everything she ever owned. Towels and toys and kitchen chairs, books and bags of Tupperware, a grand piano. She left that piano in the field, and who knows if she'll ever play again. 4 months later, or maybe a little longer, where the hell has she been sleeping? Nowhere good. true love's lost, and she can't think her way out of this one, 'cause her dreams decayed and her plans all faded, time and time again. She spends her days walking down that dead-end road to get to the place where everything she ever owned is towels and toys and kitchen chairs, books and bags of Tupperware, a grand piano, and she left that piano in the field, and who knows if she'll ever play again. Hold on, curled over fingers, gotta just keep breathing, breathing in and out. So long, leaning over ledges, can't get any closer. Falling into freedom, letting go. And she left that piano in the field. And okay, there you go, guys. Sneak peek exclusively and only on Twitch, just for y'all, because I love you so much. That's the title track from the new album. It will sound nothing like that other than me singing it when it is completed in the studio. Well, it is just about done. It's, of course, done on the piano mostly, but it's got incredible, the production. I'm just freaking out. It's so good, you guys. I'm just so thrilled with this new album. There's a bit of a story that goes with all of it, and, you know, we'll reveal it as we go. To you guys first, because you're the best. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, well, you know, you guys, it's my community that's building my world for me. You guys and the people before you over at Facebook, we got to get over here. Some of y'all are here, but not enough of you. We're going to work on people, but, you know, summer's a busy time to be working on outside shows, and I just keep hitting them. I think I should make some little placards with Twitch things, you know, for people. That's an idea for the live shows. Anyhow, cheers, darlings. I love you all so much, and I'm so grateful to all of you for being here. Strange thing happened in the night. Both my clocks stopped. Both of them. One of them didn't quite stop. It was just languishing, but pretty much it couldn't go on. It had long since lost time, and the other stopped dead. Sometimes that's a thing. Just FYI, I actually have a couple of friends, so two, who are languishing currently as we speak on ventilators. One of them, the young one, is not doing well. They're a couple. Anyway, yeah. There's not a lot of word right now, which is unfortunate. Anyhow, yes, the backstory on that song, sweetie, it's a true story. And then it totally ties into my life, ties into where I'm from here. We'll tell you what we're going to do here on Twitch. We'll do we'll do a remote show if I can get the, interwebs to work, but we'll try. And we'll go out remotely to the site where it all happened. It's not too far from here. It's, about 20 miles away. Okay, Ruthie plays all the songs here that are on the CD, but, and a big but, it is an amazing mix. Okay. Yeah, right? The mix is going to be amazing on the CD. Yeah, it'll be great. Anyway, I'll take you guys out to see all the stuff before the snow flies, see where she went. We'll follow in her footsteps and see the road that she drove and then walked and then disappeared from, leaving all her possessions and her piano and everything. She didn't even have an RV or anything, right? She had a pickup at first, and then that was gone. She had a child with her at first, and soon he was gone. It was rough. Okay. Anyway, we can all hope that maybe, she found a great new life and didn't have to come back for her grand piano. A piano, too. That's why the artwork, I'll show you with the Critter Cam tonight, Chris. I think I showed everybody yesterday in my little brand new For Across the Pond stream. And I've got 2 pieces of art in. I am engaging 14 artists to do a piece for the album art in response to the story, in response to the song, whatever inspires them. And at this point, I have a big Alberta sky prairie panorama with a little 1950s pickup at the dead end road. And picture, and it's very subtle. It's mostly the sky and the dark prairie just before the sun sets. And then I have one on kind of a stormy day, and you can see the piano and all the little objects much more. I'll show you them at Critter Time. Critter Time! Today we have Nora here today for Critter Time. She is my ex's dog. She just lives down the street. It's a small town, a world small town right around here. Everybody know everybody, or they're related, they borrow each other's dogs. Yep. I know. Yeah, we need Bob Ross to put a little piano and some nice trees. Anyway, yeah, I have quite a few artists, 14, that are going to do a piece for it. And I have some co-writes on this new album, some really cool ones. And I'm covering a song by Jonathan Bird, which is really cool. Just was talking to him today about the mechanical royalties. And I have a co-write with Fred Kohler, who wrote Angel Eyes, which, is quite a famous song. He wrote that with John Hyatt. Oh, I'm sweating so much that I'm itchy now. Pardon me, you guys. How TMI is that? Too much information, Ruthie. It's just that I know it's glistening on my upper lip and dripping down my mustache, so what can I do? It's a kind of a middle-aged lady thing. The sooner we come to accept this, the better off we'll be. And frankly, I'm holding up quite well for a gal of my age. I am. I really am. Okay, let me sing you guys another song. Any requests? Please put a request in. I'll hang on. Let's bring the keyboard here. Let's put the song list in here. Go ahead and. Whoops, wrong one. I meant to do this. There we go. Song list. Yeah. Okay. A happy little piano, and it needs a happy little friend. I'll just drop him right in there. Now, this is your world, and you can have as many as few pianos in it as you want. LOL. Yes, we must have a piano somewhere in the field. He stopped loving her today. Ooh. That's a good song, man. Cliver, Chris, if you can you, or I think your Chris bot will do it, put up the Discord. Cliver, can you put that in on Discord? Oh, hi, Susie Funtown. Nice. Chris 6 Ross. Yeah. Happy little friend. Just to drop him in right here, little piano. That's hilarious, Chris. I get it now. It took me a minute. Yeah, Cliver. Put it on Discord, your suggestions. You've asked me to sing like 10 different songs, and I've failed to do any of them at this point. I love them all, too. Every single one is a good suggestion, but my life has been so busy, and I've been so crazy, and I'm just madly going like a mad woman, as you know. I just have failed to do it so far. I'm failing a lot of things, but I am also achieving a lot of things. So, you can't win them all, right? But I will achieve it. It's a case of, what do we call that? Better late than never. Yeah, so go over to the Discord thing. I'm not entirely even sure how it works. I've been just putting critter pictures on there like a crazy woman. Anyway, and a couple little notes and stuff. But there will be a section that says music. And just put on there some song suggestions for me. All those ones that you asked for. Put them there, and I will endeavor to learn them. Let's see if we can get one, let's maybe say one a month at this point. Or, one a week? Would that be possible, do you think? We'll see. Easy on the new wave lingo there. Right, baby? I know. Okay, well, Chris 6, our moderator, the guy with the sword, also Susie Funtown, another moderator, they are the moderators, so they post the links. Now, that purple link that says https:// or whatever, discord dot blah, 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 blah. Click on that, and it'll take you over there, and it'll say, do you want to join, or something? And then you can, and then there'll be a little thing on the side of it that says, sort of like the chat stream, on the side that has a little hashtag heart Ruthie's songs or music or something. There'll be a category for music, and then there'll be a little category for... Look in there, or just post on the general if you want to. There'll be a little category. Babyland 1990. Oh, that's great. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Please go ahead and request a song. The song list is open and active and rock and roll. Now, you may not know my songs. I got a few, what do you call it? I got a few covers in there. For many years, I haven't done cover songs because I've been doing my own songs. So, if you don't request songs, then I'll just play whatever I want. And you guys know how that goes with songwriters. I've already played you a song that nobody else has heard really yet, so... Silly Twitch didn't show that I was on. Oh my gosh. Well, they're probably Twitch glitching. We know there is things like Twitch glitches. I'm sorry, LV. You know what? I sang the title track on the unplugged acoustic guitar version of the new album, just because I felt like it, and I'm doing these things exclusively for you guys. So it's right at the beginning of the thing. If you get to watch it later, you get an idea of what the brand new album title track is like, only it won't sound anything like that other than it'll be my voice, because it's done on piano and a big production jobby with the band. So it's pretty cool. Thank you, Babyland. Okay, please put suggestions in the Discord and I will check and see. I'm just super swamped this time of year because we've just been released into the public for the first time in a year and a half this summer. So we're all running around madly. We being anybody that's a professional performer, doing live outdoor gigs and little concert series and, backyard. Like we're playing at a chicken stand, I tell you what, anywhere. So I live way out in the country, away from all of these things. And so I'm running around like a mad person. But I've only sang, I do sing the Water Water. That's going to be on the new album. And you guys have probably heard me sing Weight is Heavy for Us All as well, which is also going to be on the new album, but in a completely metamorphosized way. Again, you guys, the album is a beautiful, beautiful production. And we set out to do something very specific with this album, and it's happened. And I've got to reveal more of that to you guys as we go. But for now, cheers. Oh, here comes my young son to the door. And there we go. We have Nora. Nora is our guest today on Critter Time. She is, as I told you before, my ex's dog. Right? Well, I'm kind of that way, Chris. It's true. If you give me an apple box, I'll get up there with my guitar and start going. Yeah, it's kind of true. Because I've been doing it long enough now that I figured out that's the only way I really actually survive effectively is just go and perform for people. Hey, lads, I think I put your shirt in the laundry, but there's that clean T-shirt in the laundry room. Huh? Yeah, I'm doing my show. Okay. How was your afternoon? Awesome. Elijah's been out. Oh, he's working very hard. Job hunting and going back to school and all kind of stuff. Yes, we will have more CDs for you, Clive, and you will love it. Okay, let's do a song. I had one in mind and then I forgot because I got all distracted by Elijah showing up. I'd like to do one that I don't learn. Nora, stop eating the cat food. Nora, come here. Hey. Lie down. Lie down. The little kitty's freaked out of her. She has decided that she's the head of security now. Okay. Oh, I like trains. Perfect. Oh, excellent choice. Excellent choice, sir. Do, do, do. Okay, there we are, tuning. It's always a good idea. This ought to make the train come by. 16 miles from Arkadelphia, right near the Texas border. Traffic was stopped at the railway crossing to get to the shoulder. I stoked the kettle, I put it to the metal, I cut the gravel loose. I missed the train, but I was happy with a glimpse of the caboose. 'Cause I like trains, I like fast trains, I like trains that call out through the rain. I like trains, I like sad trains, I like trains that whisper your name. I was born on a Greyhound bus. My mama was a diesel engine. They tried to put me behind the wheel, but I wouldn't let them. You should have seen the look in their eyes and how it turned to tears when I finally told them I wanna be an engineer. 'Cause I like trains, I like fast trains, I like trains that call out through the rain. I like trains, I like sad trains, I like trains that whisper your name. Well, you think that I got someone new, but darling, that ain't true. I could never love another man besides you. It's not some dewy-eyed darling, darling, that's gonna drive you insane. But anymore I'd been listening for the sound of a big old train, 'cause I like trains. I like fast trains. I like trains that call out through the rain. I like trains. I like sad trains. I like trains that whisper your name. I like trains that whisper your name. I like trains that whisper your name. Right? Okay, you guys. Well, boy, the other thing I better put on my list is settle them nightbot down. It's hitting you guys like a spam-o-matic out here. Okay. I do have it set for like supposedly, fairly far apart and, only after X number of chatters and this and that. I thought, but maybe I bumped it. You know how it is? You bump your mouse and you end up on the moon. What? Anybody else out there familiar with Fred Eaglesmith? He's a Canadian singer-songwriter he's had a lot of his songs covered by famous folks and all sorts of things. I want to tell my son that I got chicken thawed out for dinner. If he feels like having a late dinner. Yeah, hey, there's Matthew. Nora, lie down. Nora insists in getting up and walking around. Of course, the kitten's freaked. So she's not really a dog cat, per se. The rest of the cats are used to dogs because I used to have a little dog, Booster Sue. That's who I keep talking about in the chat there. Booster Sue will love you. She's in my about section as well. I guess we'll eventually have a Booster Sue emote, right? I think that's a good idea. She's been in heaven since 2018. Summer 2018. About this time. A little bit later. That don't sound quite right to me. Come on. Okay, guys. Well, so LV showed you how to do it. Go ahead, request a song. I love it. It helps me out a lot. Gabe and Bonnie, are you out there? Are you out there, Bonnie Wolf? Are you out there, Hippie Mama? Who's out there that's not talking? Cliver, you know how to request a song. Here, I'll do it again. Whoop. Hang on. Nope, not on the right spot. Sorry. Da-da-da. Hopefully I didn't just send us to the moon. There we go. I'm getting better all the time at this stuff. I think this is my anthem. Written by the brilliant songwriter Terry Klein. He's a little fella down in Texas. Don't suppose he's a little fella, actually. He's a great human. I got to get out of my habit of using all these old sayings because they're totally not. You're supposed to only speak with the proper words now. Grandma June and Grandpa Joe lived up in Dutchess County in a tiny house on a big old piece of land. And that house was filled with books and sculptures and papers and paintings it would take an MFA to understand. sometimes Grandpa Joe, well, he'd almost lose his temper. He'd say, June, this house is looking like a war zone. She put her hands on her hips, tilt her head to the left and say, dull women keep immaculate homes. Grandpa Joe passed, and oh how she missed him. That tiny house became a shrine to their love. And then she started adopting dogs and cats and hamsters. They kept her company along with the good Lord up above. But Daddy, he didn't like it, no, not for one single second. He said, Mama, what on earth is going on? She put her hands on her hips, tilt her heads to the left and say, dull women keep immaculate homes. She said, oh, I've been so blessed. There's joy in this life and you can't find it if you're willing to make a mess. It is good to go against the grain, you know. You end up with a really nice adventure. I love that song. I hear that lonesome whippoorwill. Yeah, well, put it on the Discord, baby, and then I'll have a list and I can, gradually check it off and learn new songs. Thanks, Chris. Well, we lost Grandma June a year ago November, and I hadn't cried like that since I was just a kid. We all met up at Uncle Milton's and drank and sang together and told off-colored jokes like Grandma June would have did. Then we buried her out in the cemetery right next to her beloved. And Daddy wouldn't say just what he put on that gravestone. I read that epitaph, and there etched in granite, dull women keep immaculate homes. Yeah, dull women keep immaculate homes. Ah, it's the truth. It's just so true. I'm so freaking interesting. One would think, at least. Okay, Chris bot, Nate bot, all the bots. Thank you, guys. So, hey, you guys, our good buddy, Johnny Creative, Johnny Eaton, he's streaming right now, too. If you get a chance to nip over there and say hi to him, please do, because he hasn't been streaming much. Right? Doesn't she? Right? Right? Some grandmas are more hip than others, but I am a very hip grandma. There's no question about it. Yeah, it's true. Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I just love singing these songs written by other people right now because for a long time my brain wasn't really good enough to learn other people's songs. So, and plus I only was playing my own songs. Whoopsie. And so I'm really enjoying doing covers. So, hey, okay, sure, let's do that one. Let's see what key. Maybe this is the right key for it even. Grew up a dreaming of being a cowboy and living the cowboy way, pursuing the lives of my high-riding heroes. I burned up my childhood days. I learned all the rules of a modern day drifter. Don't you hold on to nothing too long. Just take what you need from the ladies and leave 'em with the words of a sad country song. But my heroes have always been cowboys, and they still are, it seems, sadly in search of the one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. Yeah, that is a good pick, Chris. Cliver is an amazing archivist of country music. He knows a lot about country music. Yeah, I just had to move over back to a 58. That's the mic I know how to use. Good. I'm sure that Johnny is happy when folks are watching him over there. He's been having a bit of a hard time, he expressed to me. That's why he wasn't streaming according to his, schedule. He wasn't streaming or on Facebook at all. Well, this next verse is totally true. Or at least a lot of the cowboys I knew lived up to it. Cowboys are special with their own brand of misery from being alone for too long. They could die from the cold in the arms of a nightmare, knowing well that their best days are gone. From picking up trouble instead of my kin, I let the words of my youth fade away. And old worn out saddles and old worn out memories of no one and no place to stay. But my heroes have always been cowboys, and they still are, it seems, sadly in search of the one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. Sadly in search of the one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams. Right? Yes, that's right. Johnny needs to just get on there. I think he's just been having some, crazy trouble in his real life and hasn't been able to bring himself to even play or stream or do anything, from what I understand. Don't let me be speaking for others. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm having a totally itchy back thing going on here. Terrible. It's probably because it's quite warm here, and I'm sitting on a wool. This little thing here is made of wool and silk. It's wool and silk, one of my felted things that I make. Anyway. Oh, great. I'm so glad, Chris. I'm glad it's sounding good. I've been struggling with that since I started, and I really wanted to use the condenser mic and be sort of, bluegrass, acousticy, but it just wasn't working for me, mostly because I don't know how to work it, I will learn as I go, but for now, excuse me, it's, this is real life. Yeah, for now, I know how to use a 58, essentially. I've used this microphone for 37 years. Not this one specifically, but probably almost. But anyway. They are one heck of a workhorse, these 58s. Okay, guys, please, go ahead. Request another song. I'm going to keep doing this until you guys start using the song list thingy. Come on, kids. Request a song with the song listy dealy doodla dot dot. Nightbot seems to know what to do. It just keeps going off and going off. Okay, well, I'm going to sing. Oh, there we go. See, I was just about to sing something. And then LV, being the amazing human that he is, requests a song, just as I had requested that he would request. It's a requesting request. I request that you request that I request. My request to you is to request. Requesting carefully. Some EQ. I have a. Yeah. Well, I have a. Not much of an EQ on it, and I have a little compression. So yeah, and I had phantom power going too, but it just wasn't. I didn't really know how to work it. Essentially, it's my ignorance more than anything, and sort of semi gear, right? As you know, we're still putting ice packs on everything. Okay. This is a love song. That's right, ice packs are working fine so far. Never knew the deep end was so close to the edge, or that rogues could pose as butterflies, hovering round our heart, more like gnats than flies. There's been a death in the family, my friend. There's been a death in the family. The clock clicks for the drum as the roll call sounds alone, like the old band marching distant down the hall. Each in turn a step, faded glories on the wall. And there's been a death in the family, my friend. There's been a death in the family. Never knew the deep end, left so close to the edge. How'd I get out of the deep end? Nobody ever said. And there's been a death in the family, my friend. There's been a death in the family again. There's been a death in the family. Water over my head, water over my head. I'm in water over my head, and water over my head. I'm in water over my head, water over my head, water over my head, water over my head. Hi, the Neokellums, the Neokellums. Sorry, guys. Okay, can you please give me a bit of a pronunciation? The Neokellums, the Neokellums. Just Neo will do. Okay, thank you for being here, Neo. Bless you. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, okay. And these guys gave you a shout out. Oh, Elvie, you're the best. Thank you for coming on over. Elvie is just the best. Think ukulele. Okay. The Neokellums. Okay, like ukulele. The Neokellums. Okay. I'm not even gonna try that now. I'm just gonna go with Neo. Yay. Bless you. And Chris, yes, that's an awesome idea. If you want to fool around with doing things like that, oh, that would be so fun. I can send you the words and a rough cut of the song. Well, I guess if you're going to do an actual video for it, I'm going to want to send you the words and a nice mixed cut. So we'll talk about that later. Yay. Okay, welcome all of you who are here, and thank you for joining me here at I Love Ruthie. Yeah, I could just send you a rough cut for now just to get, the feel of it. Because it's a powerful tune. It's a powerful recording. Limbs are a power ukulele duo from Singapore. Okay, the Limbs. Nice. Lim is always asleep. Okay, Neo is here. Lim is always asleep. Well, could we blame her? It's probably late over in Singapore right now. Hello, is it not? Hello? Like the middle of the night. I just started this week. I'm doing a stream on Wednesday afternoons at 1 p.m. my time, which I'm not sure for how far away you guys are, which is like 8 p.m. in the UK. So I don't know how that relates to the to where you guys are. Singapore. Yes. Matriarchies rule. We are a matriarchy in my house as well. In fact, I am the matriarch of my clan on my mother's side. I am mostly Scottish, so I am the matriarch of the Baird clan for my mother's line. Baird, B-A-I-R-D. Yeah, well, mamas love and mamas want to care for everything, and you know, left to their own devices, it seems, you know, as is evidenced, that the patriarchy has been a little bit hard, if not a whole freaking lot hard, on, you know, everyone and everything. Yes, that's the evidence. So evidence-based science, guys. Hello. Bless you all. I just love you guys. I can't stop saying that here on Twitch. I'm just like, finally, I Love Ruthie. She gets to love everybody. Because that's why my show's called I Love Ruthie. Because I just love everybody. And I love to express it and not feel like some kind of weirdo, you know? Because out in the big bad world, the not Twitch world, I'm a little bit, you know, over the top with that stuff. And people think maybe, you know, they don't know what to think. Here's a song I never sing much. It's a song from my now 6 years old album, my second album, Faster Than the Speed of Dart. This one right here. There's some ravens sitting on the fence. The actual album itself goes right across the whole thingy thing there, like that. Kind of fun. Anyway, look, there's no CD in there. Wonder where it went. All right, then. Excellent. Thank you. Baird clan. Bear, actually, it's Baird. B-A-I-R-D. Sorry, I don't enunciate properly. Well, hey, that's awesome too, right? A univatriarchy. A univertriarchy. Everybody, all together. Male, female, non-binary, etc. I agree. We must all respect and care and be kind to each other. Every being. We don't need an archy of any kind. We just need to be a kind archy. Right? Okay, here's a song I wrote about... Yeah, you're totally... A universal archy. That's right. That's right, Susie. This is a song I wrote about the gal who gets sick of her man going to sea. How do we share to social media? Well, there's a little link on the screen. Hang on here. Let me see if I'll put the screen up here. Clive, there's a little link that says full screen, clip, settings. Oh, where is it? It's somewhere there on the side of the screen, and one of them will say share. And you can click that, and then you can share to Facebook. That would be really cool. I'd love it if you guys could share this stream or host it. You can do that too. Okay, here we go. All we are saying is give peace a chance. Ain't that the truth? There you go, Cliver. You can just copy that link that Chris just posted and share it on Facebook, you know, on a separate window. Go back to your old scupper's wife. Go back to the old girl now. Go back to the dirt and the blood and the knife. See if I give care anyhow. See if I give care anyhow. The dogs are all dead and the children grown. Still she makes you wake and she makes you moan. And her dark delights stray you from me. Though you say as fair as a blooming rose I be, as fair as a blooming rose I be, as fair as a blooming rose I be. So go back to your old scupper's wife. Go back to the old girl now. Go back to the dirt and the blood and the knife. See if I give care anyhow. See if I give care anyhow. If the sea she don't take you, or the drink, or the fight, you'll come roving back some cold black night. But you won't find me here to fret a slight, 'cause it's now I'm the ramblin' rose. Now I'm the ramblin' rose. Yes, now I'm the ramblin' rose. So go back to your old scupper's wife. Go back to the old girl now. Go back to the dirt and the blood and the knife. See if I give care anyhow. See if I give care anyhow. Ramblin' rose don't care no how. See if I give care anyhow. Thank you, Clive. I hope you're feeling better today. Oh, okay. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. It's a new thing for me, slipping up in there. Okay, you guys, I didn't play Faster Than the Speed of Dark yet, and I see it went off the list. Do you not want me to play it? I'll play it anyway. Oh, Neo, wow. Thank you. You are my very first bits. You're my very first bits I've ever gotten. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. Bits, you guys. I'm going to have to figure out how to get notifications. I think that's a different bot again, isn't it, right? More bits. You guys. Yes, my very first bits ever. I haven't even got 100 streamers yet, have I, guys? I don't think so. I mean, 100 followers. 100 streamers. I haven't got 100 streams. How many followers have we got? I can't remember now. I've got 14 subscribers, and now I've got 200 bits. I'm going to have to get a cup for bits. One of those things. I've seen people with the little thing, and the bits go flying across the thing. And I think I'm going to have to get a thing to get the emotes flying and notifications when people subscribe and when they follow. Get all of that cool stuff going. But again, being born in the 1800s, It's been challenging even to get this far, right? Oh, hey, you found Matthew. Yay. Thank you so much, Neo, for the bits. And the subscription. Honey, thank you. Of course, you found the subs or the emotes because you subscribed. Man. Thank you. You're my 15th subscriber, and you know what that means? That means I get to make a new emote. I needed 15 subscriber points to make another emote. So you guys, I think we should endeavor to make Booster Sue. Booster the Sue. Booster Sue. I'll work on that. I'll work on that this weekend. I do have a real life gig. And welcome to the Hotel I Love Ruthie. That's right. That's going to be our raid song. Right, Susie? I haven't had 2 minutes to work on it and write it out, but let's see if I can remember how to play that. That song. Oh, how does it start? I used to know it when I was 12 years old. That's a brilliant idea, Chris. Have you? Okay. I haven't kept up with folks very well yet, you guys. My life has just been so crazy, Neo. Thank you for following and subscribing. You're helping me a great deal. All of you. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of coldly tears rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. Had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway, heard the mission bell, and I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be, well, up ahead in the distance. Whoops, I forget the words. There was a corridor, thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel I Love Ruthie. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel I Love Ruthie. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna have to work on that for sure. And we'll write our own little chorus there. We can use that for our raid song, I think. Or just welcome to being here, part of I Love Ruthie. I thought it, it kind of fit in the phrasing, right? Oh, Cliver, you too. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, we'll work on it, Lord Rite. You know we will. Just do the chorus, right? Yes. Okay, you know what? I want to sing you guys. This is my new kind of favorite song. Well, it's been my favorite song for a long time. Thank you guys so much for the subscriptions. Clive, you're just awesome. Thank you. Clive is one of the people in my local community, and he has been supporting me a great deal lately. And I am taking my mushrooms, Clive. I am. Look how healthy I am. Even with the, upper lip sweat dripping down my mustache part, that's evidence of being, self-cooling, for instance. Yeah, look at that. Oh, you guys. Cool. Thank you, Neo. That's so neat. Neat. I don't even know how all this stuff works, but it's just cool. I have to put you guys on the VIPs too. I think I have room for maybe 1 or 2 more. I think, I don't know how many they give you. I think there's only 10 or 12 or something. Okay, let's keep going with another wee song. We wanted Faster Than the Speed of Dark. Here we go. Oh, hang on. And I keep getting distracted by my own self. It was on the list. I was going to do it. And then, yay, all these celebrations and gratitude bits. My first bits tonight. It's a historical moment. Yeah, I don't know what the VIP thing is. I think it gives you a little bit of extra, like you can have special commands or something. I know I've managed to VIP a few people. Wow, I know, Cliver, you're taking psilocybin mushrooms for mental health and therapy, right? And now you can carry them with a 5. What's it called? There's a special name for the plaque that you have, or it's not a plaque, for the special dispensation that you have. And yes, I am taking turkey tail, which you know because you gave them to me. And they are, I found that if I take 2 at night and 1 in the morning, that seems to be working for me. So yeah. Okay, a VIP is like a mod, but without getting to ban or time out. Okay, good to know. So there you go, guys. VIPs can do all kinds of crazy things too. Just like the amazing mods, amazing VIPs, amazing followers, amazing subscribers. You guys are just amazing. That's all I have. A 56-1 exemption. Thank you, Cliver. That's what it's called here in Canada. When you're trying to stay faster than the speed of dark. When I wear my angel wings, I feel pretty sure I'm flying faster than the speed of dark. At least that's what I'm trying. But when the devil's got a hold of me, I live deep underground. I forget the birds will sing if I just come back about. So head for the light, go as quick as you can. I'll find you somehow, and then we can hold hands. Head for the light, and I'll be there right soon. When I get around that black side of the moon. Well, my faithful hound, she don't like to ride around with me in the car no more. The road to hell is paved with us. On that she's pretty sure. And if dogs know about these sorts of things, and we take that final drive, hope to meet you on the other side. Ain't no one here gets out alive. Head for the light, go as quick as you can. I'll find you somehow, and then we can hold hands. Head for the light, and I'll be there right soon. When I get around that black side of the moon. Said when I get around that black side of the moon. You know what, guys? I just realized that the mic cable here is really an old road cable. It has a piece of duct tape on it because in the day, when I was on the road all the time playing with bands and stuff, more, like with the band, you had to mark your gear very obviously. And so this actually has my initials on it, kind of carved in with the pen and sort of faded with the black Sharpie now. This is a really old cable. This goes back to the 1980s when I was touring with bands and always had to mark my cables or they would just go away. Oh no, this belongs to the club. Oh no, this belongs to the guitar player. Oh no, this belongs to somebody, not Ruthie. Yeah, man, I've outfitted enough gear to build 3 bands over the years running bands. Light trusses, light gear. Oh, so much stuff. This all just went away. It all just went away of its own accord. Nummy, nummy. That's nice that you can get all kinds of fancy things there, Chris. That's awesome. Okay. Please, guys, go ahead and request a song if you feel so inclined. And in the meantime, I'm going to play whatever I want to. I think we will tune the guitar. Hang on. There we go. We have our papers in order and we have our guitar tuned. There you go. It's a historical cable. Yes, the Canadian secret weapon. Right? You have to, oh, that's smart. Yeah. They only take half your gear and leave you with, the schmangy parts. That's a bad one right there. I think my batteries are starting to go, guys. Things are not responding as they should. This little guitar does like to go through batteries, I've discovered. Let's try that then. Yeah. I guess some folks figure they need it worse than we do, even though, certainly for myself, it was how I made a living. But there'll always be another guitar cable somewhere. Another XLR cable. But yeah, I realize it's kind of unsightly. Again, the 1800s creeping in here. Well, I guess we had a good run, but it's over now. All this time I loved you, guess I didn't know how to love you right. Kept you up at night, I ruined your days. Then I went away, I blew my cool, broke every rule. But I never meant to hurt you, though at times I did desert you. You were here in my heart, babe, held you dear, here in my heart, babe, and you know that I still do. Ride your pony to your ocean blue. It was good to love you. Yeah, baby, it takes a 9-volt. Well, I didn't see it coming, yet knew it all along. I felt so much at home, yet knew I didn't belong. Your perfect world has no place for me, my tired eyes. For days they weep, ain't blind enough to see things your way. But that's just the way I am, and you're the way you are. And you were here in my heart, babe, disappeared when the hard part came. Still I know that you were true. Ride your pony to your ocean blue. It was good to love you. Yeah, so good to love you. Dear, here in my heart, babe, and you know that I still do. Ride your pony to your ocean blue, like the sand castles that we made, washed out by a wave. Some things just can't be saved. Goodbye, baby, it was good to love you. Goodbye, baby, it was good to love you. Goodbye, baby, so good to love you. that's a little song called Good to Love You from our good buddy, Conrad Walls. Oh, my upload speed is crashing. It must be time to go to Critter Cam, eh, guys? I think we should try that. Nora is telling me that she needs to go outside. So why don't we take a momentary, brief moment and see if we can take Nora outside. Here we go. Hang on. We will need to go into the vortex. If you remember, if you haven't, well, I'm not done yet. We're not going to raid quite yet, Cliver. I'm going to sing a few more songs. I got the OCD big time, man. I'm with you. Elvie, see, can you hear Nora? She wants to go outside right now. Okay, so guys, we go into the vortex with the Critter Cam. Do not panic. It will go dark for about 15 seconds, and then we will arrive. Hang in there. Here we go. Going to Critter Cam. Here we go. Grass is pretty much dead now in my yard. Okay, no, it's right. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. There, it's working. Nora, let's go. There we go, guys. Critter camming. This is Nora. Can you say hi, Nora? She says, no, actually, I need to go out right now. Right now. Okay, the sky is quite orange. Look at the sun. It's almost red. I guess you shouldn't really technically look at the sun. But, yeah. So here we are. We gave Nora a good brushing, as you can see by all this fluff. She's always shedding. She's a border collie, so she's always shedding. And here's the gardens. Watered them hard today, but it's a drought here, and so everything has just been hotter than the hinges of Hades. This is soon to be my son's little antique diesel Mercedes. It's a 240D. I don't know if I'm going to lose you guys here. We'll see if we can get this far. Needs a little bit of restoration. He's going to restore it. He loves mechanicking. And Nora's gone to find a good spot to relieve herself over at the junkyard. Good girl, Nora. So yeah, there's the gardens today, guys. And as you can see, all my grass is pretty much dead. Well, not all of it, but much of it. Just it's been a real drought here. Hot, hot, hot. Hot every day. Supposedly there may be some weather that's cool on the weekend. Oh, hey, look. Let's see if we can get this far. And there's the moose. She's up and running. Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile. Rob Ellen is the man who invented this plan. Man with the plan. Okay. Wonder if we have any more critters for critter time. Now the skunks have all moved out. The rabbits and rodents have died. Huh. We're down to kitties and puppies. Oops. There's Nora having a private moment. We won't go with that part. You're a good girl, Nora. Come on, girl. I don't think she's quite finished what she's doing. Good girl, Nora. Come on. And we'll do a little deadheading while we're here. It's always good to pull off the dead petunias. And then new ones will grow. Come on, Nora. It's a little hummingbird my grandbabies gave me. last year. Because Nora's going to come back along after a little bit here. Let's see. Aha! There's a critter. A critter right here. Livy's. Can you say hello? Meow. Livy's just sitting here minding her own business. Now the kitten, she's hiding out because she's apparently afraid. There she is down there. Hi, kitten. Hi, Phantom. Are you hiding out from that dog? Can you guys see her? It's pretty dark in here. Hang on. Here we go. Phantom. Hi, sweetie. Are you okay? Kind of scary having a dog around, eh? I guess those are your nemesis. Well, somewhere she's out there. She'll probably decide to walk herself back home again. I think that's okay. In a little town like this, it just how things go. Okay, here, Chris. Here's a piece of the art. As best as you can see it, it's kind of wrapped up in cellophane right now. Piece of the artwork that's coming in for Piano in the Field. It's really quite amazing. Quite amazing. And there's another piece up here. If you look carefully, you'll see the sort of burgundy 1950s pickup truck there with the piano in the back of it. Aye, there we go. Anyhow, so that's what's going on there. All right, darlings. We're going to switch back from Critter Cam, I guess, since, let's just see if we can find Nora. Unless she decides to walk herself home. Which happens. Nora, there you are. Come on in, girl. Watch out for the kitten. Watch out for the kitten. Look out for the kitties. There's the kitties there. Now you can see old Liver. She doesn't mind Nora. Lie down, Nora. Lie down. Good girl. Okay, guys. Now back to our regular scheduled programming. That's what we got for critters. I'm not sure where Matthew and Henry are. Matthew and Henry. Boom. There we are. Okay. Uh-oh. Is Critter Cam not streaming? Critter Cam time. Okay, did we have a critter crash? Have to reload. Did you see it? Did it go black and never come back? Because, Chris, it will go black for like 5 to 15 seconds, and then it comes up. Now, it showed on my screen that it was working. Everybody else have a crash on Critter Cam, or did you actually get to see what was going on there? Let me know, darlings. I do every now and then have to reset the IP address on the Critter Cam to link up with the OBS. Sometimes they make themselves a new address without telling me. Move away. Don't call their mom. As we do. Here we are. All together now. It worked fine. Okay, good. It must have just been you, Chris. Sorry. It does go black, like black screen for about 15 seconds, maybe as many as. Here's a song I never sing either. It's not my song. You might recognize it. A little bit south of West Virginia, the miles roll by and the engine rolls get ya. So far from this slamming door, day dawn bright in the Shenandoah, and the skies are clear, Mountain Dew in my heart, the thunder rolling, storm of love that was untrue, like a hurricane in my heart. It tore my world apart like a dark cloud pouring rain. It came into my life like a hurricane. There's peace in that valley, I believe that's where I'm bound. And if I thought you would still love me, you know I'd turn this truck around like a hurricane in my heart. Tore my world apart like a dark cloud pouring rain. It came into my life like a hurricane, like a hurricane in my heart. You tore my world apart like a dark cloud pouring rain. You came into my life like a hurricane. You came into my life like a hurricane. Oh, you came into my life like a hurricane. Yeah, I think maybe Patty Loveless did that song. Are you off for the night now, baby? Going night-night as in night, or is that what you're saying, night? Thanks for being here, Clive, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support in real life and on the Twitch. You know, you say, I'm almost 70, I can't keep up with this. But you are one of the few, you and Jugsy, almost 70, I can't, yeah. You are some of the very few and very brilliant and wonderful people who figured out how to come over here from Facebook. So don't tell me you don't know what you're doing. You're smarter than the average bear, you guys, for sure. Okay. Thanks, baby. I love Cliver. Cliver MacGyver. Yeah. Cliver McGiver. MacGyver. It's Cliver MacGyver, but he's always giving her, so it could be McGiver. Clever McGiver. Clever MacGyver. McGiver. We could just have some fun with that. Okay. Oh, well, it might have, stuck on the door buffering. Nice. That's fun. Yeah, maybe it definitely has a lag. It's not as great, and it's on the Wi-Fi, so it might have been going, oh, see liver, see liver, giver, see liver, right? That's right. Awesome, Susie. You have a way with words, girl, like a serious way with words. See live, Clive. See live, Clive. See live, Clive. See love, Club. Okay, I'm starting to warble. What the heck time of the day is it anyway, you guys? Anybody know? It's 1944. All the way back to 1944. So let's see. 13 is 1, 14 is 2, 15 is 3, 16 is 4, 17 is 5, 18 is 6, 19 is 7, 44. Woo! That's good. We're doing well, darlings. Okay, please do request a song if you would like, guys. I would love to play another one of my or any of the covers that I have there for y'all, or just like randomly pick one out of my brain like I just did. I don't even remember where or when how I learned that song. And obviously you could tell as I was flubbing up the chords. But it'll go. We'll join it to the list here at some point. Huh? Lie down, Nora. Did you hear that? Little kitty's not impressed. It's okay, kitten. Don't be scared. That's Nora. She's nice. Good girl, Nora. You be nice. So yeah, guys, please find a song. Pick a song, any song. And I will keep on playing here. I think I'm going to sing another song that's not mine. Written by another one of my good Texas buddies. Oh, wait. What do we got here? Ah, yes, 24-hour clock. I just don't always use a 24-hour clock, so I forget which numbers are what. There we go. Nope. Okay, tuning. Come on, baby. I guess you got a good liver. C liver, as in currently working. I don't know why the walls fell down. Maybe they were built too high. I don't know why the leaves turn brown, but even evergreens eventually die. There's a constant motion in this world. The changes blind our eyes. Rocks erode to make the soil. We till until our well runs dry. I don't know why the forest burns, but the trees regrow to reach the sky. I don't know why the river floods, but rich the soil it leaves behind. There's a constant motion in this world. The changes blind our eyes. Rocks erode to make the soil. We till until our well runs dry. I don't know much, but I love your touch. It's the one thing I crave that's constant enough. leaves turn brown, but even evergreens eventually die. And I don't know why the walls fell down. Maybe they were built too high. There's a constant motion in this world. The changes blind our eyes. Rocks erode to make the soil. We till until our well runs dry. We till until our well runs dry. We till until our well runs dry. Cheers, loves. You're like, oh, what's that? A white Russian? No, it's just really creamy tea. I like my creamy tea. I'll have a little tea with that cream. Thank you very much. Aye, it's tea. Okay, I'm going to shut this little phone off because I see smoke coming out of it. No, not quite. It's just, what's it doing? It's telling me bad things. It's saying, no, no, not now. There we go. Shut that little devil off. Because we've had our critter time. Okay, please do put a song on the request. Please do request a song. By all means, darlings. Hydrating. I know, since we're up here. There's a jackknife out on Highway 10. It's the biggest mess I've ever seen. I'm late to meet the candy man, and it's been a long time since I've been clean. I don't know how I got so low. No, I don't know how I got so mean. Taking for change in the backseat clothes. And it's been a long time since I've been clean. I ain't got the money, but I got the Jones to get down to the corner and wait there by the phone. If falling in love is like going insane, then this must be the devil's dream. 'Cause I'm waiting out here in the pouring rain, and it's been a long time since I've been clean. Ain't got the money, get down to the corner and wait there by the phone. There's a jackknife out on Highway 10. That's the biggest mess I've ever seen. And I'm late to meet the candy man. And it's been a long time since I've been clean. It's been a long time since I've been clean. It's been a long time since I've been clean. Our good buddy Jonathan Bird. Nori, why don't you lie down, girl? Lie down. Good girl. You don't need to spook the kittens. Oh, yes, indeed. So, yes, I have a gig in real life on Sunday in the city. Dave and I, my guitar player Dave, and I will attempt to stream it. So we got a really great sound man for that show. It's a little live outdoor show. Ah, yes. LV's gone mobile. I'm going mobile. Thanks for being here, you guys. Thank you so much. Love those hearts, Chris. Thank you. I have to have a listen to myself. I'm never in my life as a performer until this year have I actually used my falsetto voice ever, really, ever. Never used it. Still very much in the process of training it. And that song is completely in falsetto for me. So it's rough and it's raw, but it kind of suits the song. And that song gave me this guitar, so that's cool too. Which is, of course, awesome. Okay. There we go. What are we doing? Have we got any? Have we got any? Requests. Come on, you guys. Go ahead. Request the thong. Thonglet is right there. Oh, I'm so grateful for being on the Twitches, you guys. This is going to keep me going until I'm dead now. As long as Twitch is going, none of us are, I'm going to Twitch until I'm done for. Because I love the community here. It allows me to, practice and perform, really, in some ways, right? It allows me to interact and build community and do all the things that sometimes you can't do out in the real world just because the way the real world is. I wish I would have found it sooner, but, I got here late, but I came as quick as I could. Okay, Can't Stop My Heart. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're going to see if we can find the right key for that random picker. Was that a random picker one? Okay. Because I sang it, 35 years ago. I used to sing that song, and now the key is questionable. Let's see what this key's like. Hang on. Well, no wonder I'm not getting it right. Can't Stop My Heart. I'm thinking of a completely different song. Ha 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 ha. Let's try this. Song list bot. Okay. Our random request. Okay, that worked. Cool. I'm glad we have that command going. Random request. Cool. Here we go. Now I know which song you mean. I do actually cover a couple of O'Kane songs. And it's the other one that is in a key that I just can't possibly sing in anymore. Lately your love is a cold, cold rain coming down on me. It's always the same every night. It's a cloudy sky, but I just can't find a way to say goodbye. Can't stop my heart from loving you, though you treat me badly and you make me blue. I try and try, I really do, but I just can't stop my heart from loving you. Well, I tell myself that I'm gonna go, pull out my bag and pack up my clothes. I'll write a note that says we're through, but I just end up staring it into. Can't stop my heart from loving you, though you treat me badly and you make me blue. I try and try, I really do, but I just can't stop my heart from loving you. Now tell me why, oh why can't I leave you? What kind of hold do you have on me? Can't stop my heart from loving you, though you treat me badly and you make me blue. I try and try, you know I really do, but I just can't stop my heart from loving you. No, I just can't stop my heart from loving you. Okay, what's going on with the Nightbot command? Added, dance, moves the furniture, and cuts a rug. Yeah, hey. Okay, cool, Chris. Maybe it needs to be edited, you know, with the stream elements and a little with Streamlabs, but no, next to nothing about Nightbot. Okay, well, you guys, I ended up with Nightbot because that's the one they sent me to when I first signed up with this thing. And then to do the next part where we like have notifications about followers and this and that, I think we need to have Streamlabs or I got to get in there and get my editor commands for you guys sorted out. Chris, I know you sent me how to do that, and I'm going to look at my whispers and do that. I obviously have some homework to do this weekend. Yes, I do. But yeah, it was Twitch that sent me to Nightbot, and then they want to send me to Stream Elements for the notifications, and Streamlabs for, you know, trips to the moon, and streamers song lists, and swoosh. I know that somebody needs to have a sub. Is it Stream Elements that needs a sub in order to work for me properly? Anyway, that's my homework for the weekend, darlings. In spite of the in real life gig, we shall do some homework and get some more of those things sorted out. And what else? Yeah. Rocket science, yes, the rocket science of the weekend. It is, after all, the long weekend here. August 1st is Sunday, August 2nd is Monday, and it's the long weekend, which means, hey, what's going on here? Mr. Brodsky, oh my goodness. Welcome, 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 welcome. Wow. Woo. Let's do that. Dun, 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 dun. You guys, this is one of our very first big raids ever. We've had a couple little raids. Hi, Jedi. Nice to see you. Welcome, Raiders. Right on. Yes, big shout out for Chuck. How was your stream tonight, man? I've been catching a few of them when I get a chance. It's been a little bit nuts, as you know, in the summer now here, that we get to let us out. We have gigs. We have things to do. Was it fun? Did you have a good night? Or I guess it is kind of night. Yes, lots of fun. How can it not be fun? Hi, Mabel. Mabel, oh, Mabel. Maybell. Is it Maybell, oh, Maybell, or Mabel, oh, Mabel? Yay. Always a fun time, right? I know, Chuck, you're such a brilliant writer, man. And performer and all of the things. Whoops, wrong none. Yay, okay. What a time to be tuning my guitar, right? Welcome. Hi, Jay. Look at you're there too. Oh, you guys, I can't obviously tune my guitar and talk at the same time. And Mr. Social Climber. Oh, you guys, you're all there. Oh, that's fantastic. So nice to see you all. Bless you. Cool. Yes, please make a request. Because we just finished doing Can't Stop My Heart. Welcome to the hotel. I love Ruthie. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely place. There's plenty of room at the hotel. I love Ruthie. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Well, we're working on that. That's the first time I got to kind of sing it but yeah, you guys are all here. Please make a request, guys. We gotta, yes, I sort of practiced it, right? We're gonna have to work on that, though. I obviously have not been rated upon very much so far. So let's sing you a song. If you haven't got any requests, or please do make a request, I will just sing you a song that I wrote. How's that? Jedi. Look at those awesome emotes. Oof. The guitar is not happy tonight. It's probably because I'm just I know, too much information, sweating all over it. Ah! There we go. That's better. I've been riding now 13 days straight, and my horse just come up lame. Left me twisted in this distant night, alone out on the plain. But the stars, they shine like diamonds in in that sky so far away. I've been running hard with all my soul. Now my hands played out this game. Don't know where it was I thought I'd go. It would always be the same as those stars that shine like diamonds in that sky so far away. But it don't matter anymore. I'm just flying blind till I reach the end where the good Lord closed that door. Yeah, the good Lord closed that door. Take me down, don't suppose I'll be afraid, 'cause the devil's had his way with me, and now that ransom can't be paid. But those stars, they'll shine like diamonds in that sky so far away. Yeah, I killed a man or maybe 10, but it don't matter anymore. I'm just flying blind till I reach the end where the good Lord closed that door. Yeah, how the good Lord closed that door. The good Lord's closing that door, and those stars, they'll shine like diamonds. And I ain't round here no more. 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 Yeah, yeah. Let's do a little Jesse Winchester song right here, right now. Thank you for requesting that, LV. Random requests are okay with me. We do love the O'Kanes. They're one of the super awesome bands from the 80s as well. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you very much. It's a song off my first record. Yay. Thank you, guys. You guys are so awesome. Okay. We're going to do this little song here right now. And actually, the O'Kanes covered this tune, too, didn't they? Uh-oh. Nori, what's up? It's okay, girl. It's not time yet. It's okay. She says, well, you're in between songs. Could you not just achieve something for me? Okay, you sit. She got skunked not that long ago, so she's a little bit fun to sit beside. Okay, you sit. Lie down. It's okay. Let's do that. Yeah, lie down, Nori. It's okay. Good girl. Right then. This is kind of like a little bit more like the O'Kane's version, maybe, eh? Thank you, Mabel. Oh, Mabel. Bless you. I hope to see you again soon. Didn't know what he was doing, putting eyes into my head. If he didn't want me watching, all the man he would have made my eyeballs dead. Isn't that so? Isn't that so? You gotta go where your heart says go. Isn't that so? Didn't know what he was doing when he made that magic vine. His own son got a reputation for turning water into wine. Isn't that so? Isn't that so? You gotta go where your heart says go. Isn't that so? Line of least resistance leads me on. Line of least resistance leads me on. Cool. I haven't heard the Rodney Crowell version of this one before. I could imagine it'd be awesome. Didn't know what he was doing when he divided high and low. You gotta bury the seed in the dirt, my friend, if you want the thing to grow. Isn't that so? Isn't that so? You gotta go where your heart says go. Isn't that so? Line of least resistance leads me on. Line of least resistance leads me on. Cha cha cha. Go, isn't that so? True. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the Nightbots and the bots and the big bad bots. I know I had to make Nightbot a mod. I know I did have to do that. So, that was good. But I don't know why it's not working for you. Other than I probably haven't got my editor settings quite right yet. Okay. And if I should not be nightbotting and we should go over to some other bot like Stream Bear and freaking Dancing Girls, then let me know. It was Twitch that told me to go to my bot and get that stuff going over there. So, and I found it relatively doable. But who knows? Maybe it's better if we have... I know one of them I have to buy a subscription for, like Stream Elements, so that I can do my notifications and have floating emotes and bliggy-diggy-diggy, which hopefully my upload speed will do. Greg, I got to send you that, Mr. Clam, I got to send you those lyrics right away. I don't have them written down or typed out anywhere, of course. What? Anyhow. But I will do that. Moobot, too. Oh, Moobot. I don't even know what Moobot. Is that like run by cows? Moobot. Streamlabs or Stream Elements. Now, I've heard different things. Some people say, oh, Streamlabs all the way, and other people say Stream Elements. Which is the one that you use, Jay Bocott, if you're still there? Because I know, like, one time Chris had to redo your sub for it to keep working. I remember that. Yeah, awesome. He uses Nightbot too. He probably went through the same, how do we do this thing? Okay, water up the creek. Let's tune the guitar. Really tune it, because it's a wacky tuning for this one. Nori. Every time I stop playing, Nori goes, oh, there's something. Streamlabs, okay. Well, we'll figure out which bot is the best bot of all bots, and we will work with the bots. Ruck'em, suck'em, muck'em bots. It's okay, Nori. Do you need to go outside again? You know what, guys? I think I might need to let little Nora out. I don't think she's feeling quite herself tonight. Hang on 1 sec. 1 second. Now, of course, I live in this little tiny hamlet, right, where you can just turn your dog loose on the street. Because there's nobody around, and it's this countryside. Okay, 1 sec. I tell you what, critter time. It's a thing. Okay. Just only if you do have to sub, if that's what you do. Okay. I have no idea, you guys. I haven't got that far yet. But I shall endeavor to get a little homework done this weekend and see if we can't get it more better. More better, yeah. Meantime, let's tune this guitar to a great big dad gad. Alrighty, by request, Susie Funtown. This is a song I wrote just before we had a huge flood that completely washed most of Calgary along the riverbanks away. So it was like a premonition song. I wrote it the winter before the flood happened. I don't know why, but it just did. Good enough. This song is gonna be on the new record. Water, water in the creek. Water, water is so deep. Water, water overflowing. Water, water, here we go. Rise up, water, rise up. Rise up, rise up, water, rise up. Float me to the other side, with the Lord I will abide. If my pleas are all in vain, devil, wash me down the drain. Wash it all away, wash it all away. Wash it all away, wash it all away. Here we go now. Yeah, the upload speed here is just so questionable. Watered at a little... Oh, let's try that again. I can't think and talk and sing the song at the same time, apparently. What started as a little drop seems the rain will never stop. Turned into an endless sea, rivers of eternity. Rise up, water rise up. Rise up, water rise up. Water, water everywhere. Water, water, I don't care. Water, water, let it roll. Water, water, now I'm gone. Yay! Well, I'm glad it's one that you wanted to hear. And it's not really new, but it's yay. Oh, Chuck, thank you still for totally being here after you have been streaming all night. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, there's a couple of my tunes for you to hear. I have been playing my own music for the last year. Well, I started writing in like the year 2000, and then I got my first record out in 2000 and I think it was 2008 or 10. So it took me 10 years to make my first record, and then I made another one in 2016. And just this year, I have recorded my third, count 'em 3, magic number 3, third album. And I hope to have it out. Well, my big plan, given that I have enough dollars in the end, you know, it's all about the big bucks when it comes to doing the big buck things. April 1st, 2022, my father's birthday. Of course, he won't be here to celebrate with us, but maybe up in the beyond. Okay, guys, well, please do. It's good when it's new every time, right? I find that with movies a lot. The brain damage, you know, is... Yeah. It's good to relive things for the first time every time. Fresh. Taking a fresh approach to it all. Okay, well, cool. Whew. It's a little warm in here, you know. I really need a proper fan. Lady of a certain age should always have a fan, you know. Can't remember squad. That would be me. Oh, yeah, what were we talking about? Right. Yeah, this getting older thing is not so bad, you know, other than the memory loss and, well, the hair growing in weird places that it shouldn't, or loss, the mobility loss, the memory loss. Just kidding. Okay. Yeah, it's better when the movies are good. Okay, look at that. I can see my upload speed is going crapamola again. So if I start to move like a robot, it's not my fault. Okay, excellent. Probably shouldn't wave my arms around quite so much. Here's a little song I wrote about, well, my life at the time. Mine became like a sieve. mind of steel, a steel sieve. Got flies in the cupboard, but there ain't no food. Got flies in the cupboard, but there ain't no food. Got flies in the cupboard and they buzz and they hover. Trying to get 'em out don't do no good. Got a nickel on the ground laying in the dirt. Got a nickel on the ground laying in the dirt. Got a nickel on the ground laying all around. Gonna pick it up, but it ain't got no worth. 'Cause a rich man, he gets richer on the play, and the poor man, he stays where he's gone to stay. Dog eat dog till judgment day, when God's great light will shine the way to a better day. Gonna sing for my supper, that's what I'll do. Gonna sing for my supper, that's what I'll do. Gonna sing for my supper, well, I'm pretty lucky. Most of the world's starving through and through. Well, the rich man, he gets richer on the play. The poor man, he stays where he's gone to stay. Dog eat dog till judgment day, when God's great light will shine the way. Rich man, he gets richer on the play, and the poor man, he stays where he's gone to stay. Dog eat dog till judgment day, when God's great light will shine the way. God's great light will shine the way. God's great light will shine the way. I say now, God's great light will shine the way to a better day. Yeah, better day. That's a better day right now. Got flies in the cupboard, but there ain't no food. Got flies in the cupboard, but there ain't no food. Got flies in the cupboard, but there ain't no food. Got flies in the cupboard, but there ain't no food. Where's my wool socks? Oh my. They're just handy is all. Oh, goodness me. You would think it was 95 degrees in here. Oh, wait, it is 95 degrees in here. See, I don't have an air conditioner because normally it doesn't get very hot in the summer here. It gets hot-ish for maybe 3 days of the summer. This year, the entire month of July was 95 degrees every day, just about, which is unprecedented. I've never seen that in my lifetime. And I've been here for 54 years in Alberta, in this area. Never seen it so dry in 54 years. Of course, I probably can't remember the first 4. Well, technically, I remember since I was 2. I might even have a little windowy, glimpsy thing of when I was born. I have this weird memory that really goes back far. When I was 2, my parents said to me, well, Ruthie, they took me aside. It was nap time. And they took me aside and gave me a very serious talk. They were intellectuals. Mom and Dad both had degrees and were very bright in many ways. Anyway, they took me aside at nap time and said, well, Ruthie, you're 2 now. And we're wondering if you think you're ready to stop wearing diapers. And of course, in those days, they were cloth diapers, right? You know, and I thought about it for a moment. I remember it so distinctly. I really do. It was in the hallway, in between the bathroom and my bedroom. And, you know, it was like, take your diaper off and go pee and then go have your nap, right? So they said, do you think you're ready to stop wearing diapers now? And I said, I thought about it for a minute. And I went, yeah, I think I am. I think I'm done wearing diapers. And so I took my diaper off, went pee, and went and had my nap, and don't remember wearing a diaper ever again in that capacity. So, yeah, that's one of my earlier memories. And I think I might remember sort of being born, or the lights in the room where I was being born. I know that sounds weird, but anyway, okay. We're allowed to be weird. It's my show. Just fooling. Okay, I am super grateful to all of you for being here tonight and hanging out with me and listening to my tunes and just generally carousing and being bandits. I just love super awesome bandit behavior of the good kind. It's an important question to ponder before answer. Good on you for not being hasty about it. Hasty about the question of... Whoops, sorry. See, there's the brain damage again. Clima. Oh, yes, going pee, wearing diapers. Right, I know. What story were you just telling us, Ruthie? Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing about getting older. It's not the memory loss or the, you know, the hair loss or the loss of mobility or the memory loss. Honey, would I reveal that to you? Would I tell you if I needed to wear diapers? Any foot, you know, that's not a nice thing to ask. I do not wear diapers, and I have not worn any since I was 2. There's other capacities where one needs, and we're going to get into TMI here very quickly, where one needs, you know, coverage for things. And a lady of a certain age almost hemorrhaged to freaking death at that certain age. But, you know, so I would laugh and talk about wearing diapers. But, again, we're into the TMI category. Right. Like, run screaming into the night. Quickly, guys. You asked, right? You asked. You're like, do you still wear diapers? Greg, this is your own fault. Your own fault now that we are going down this path. None of us are wearing freaking diapers, okay? Not yet. God forbid. Do your Kegels, ladies. You guys are like, oh, look, she's doing Kegels right now. Okay, again, we're going to get banned, you guys. We're going to get banned. Does anybody else remember being asked if it was time to stop wearing diapers? Does anybody else remember potty training? I had a really good mind at one time, especially when I was young. I should have been a doctor, but I didn't know that at the time, and now I'm too old to go back to school at that point. We're getting the band back together, you know that. Hey, you weren't here yesterday, Clima, or was it Tuesday? No, it was Tuesday, right, LV? I had my first bad guy. I had my first, like, what do you call those? Troll, right? Remember how we went to the hot tub stream looking for trolls that we could ban? Well, one came to my stream on Tuesday, and nobody was there. I mean, it was just me and, like, troll dude, and then Lady Drez came over, and she's like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to shut the guy down, and he's just sort of being a troll, and so she got LV to come over and ban him, and then he unbanned him just like it was a warning shot, right? Here's a little blues song that I wrote, or I don't know if you could call it a blues song. It's a song I wrote. How's that? How can you be so mean, baby? How could you be so cruel? You just had to have what there was of me. Then you played me for the fool. Over my head, I'm in darkness now, 'cause I live 'neath the sea of deep blue. Deep blue, deep blue, deep blue, deep blue. Yes, my world, you can see, is deep blue. Thought that I found safe harbor here. Thought that I might slip ashore at your docks. Through the shallows you lured me without a care, till I ran aground on the rocks. I disappeared in the fray as the waves crashed in. Still you sailed on, leaving me to be lost in the deep blue, deep blue, deep blue, deep blue. Just saw that note there, Susie. Kegels as a martial art. Shipwrecks and heartbreaks are kind of the same thing. Sink you down in an ocean, drowning your more remains. Yeah. I think I need an electric guitar. Yeah, wasn't that guy talking about heavy metal songs or something? That's what you were saying to him, AJ. It was like, do you do gent? And it was like, no, that's a heavy metal band. I don't do that one. In the meantime, he's just a troll. You're a pirate, and I'm just a piece of eight, cast away for more treasure and jewels. Scuttled craft overboard, shark bait in the deep, deep dark blue, deep In the deep blue sea, drowning in the deep blue sea. The deep blue sea, drowning in the deep blue sea, drowning in the deep blue sea, in the deep blue sea. And coughing in the microphone. All right, you guys, to date, this is my longest stream ever. Ever. Ah, you guys are so awesome hanging out here with me. Shall we sing another song or two? Ah, yes, D-Gent. A DJ Ent. A DJ entertainer? Oh, maybe that's what it means. The most well-mannered tune spinner. The world's most well-mannered tune spinner. DJ Ent. No, D-Gent. D-Gentman. Excuse me. Let's just do this. Oh yeah, we're getting into the dead battery zone here, guys. Remind me to change my batteries before the IRL gig on Sunday. That's like $20 of batteries every 3 weeks or something. You guys, did you see Social Climate's comment? Hilarious. When I was 2, I remember my parents asking me. We were in the hallway. They said, Clima, do you gent? Pondered it for a minute and then replied, doesn't everybody? Earliest memory. Fantastic. Alrighty. There's another cool tuning. Open D. See what we can do with this here. Ba 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 ba. If you see him, say hello. He might be in 10 years. He left here last early spring. He's living there, I hear. Say for me that I'm alright, though things get kind of slow. He might think that I've forgotten him. Don't tell him it isn't so. We had a falling out, like lovers often will. And to think of how he left that night, it still brings me a chill. And though our separation, it pierced me to the heart, he still lives inside of me. Thank you. We've never been apart. It's good to turn the guitar on if you're playing a song. Thanks, Tara. That's why they wear their headphones, you know. Good to know the on-off switch works, at least. Oh, I totally forgot about the dog, you guys. I better go see if she's at the door. Ah! What? That's what happens. Did we mention brain damage? Did we? Hang on 1 second. Oh my goodness, this self-management program is apparently harder than I thought. Let's go see if we still have a dog. Do we still have a dog? Ah, yes, the beauty of living in a small town. Yeah, it's so true, you guys. She is just halfway up the street here. I'm just going to go open the door and let her in because, what words do I use when I talk to the skunks? Well, I talk fairly much the same as I do like this because you kind of have to talk nice to them in a sort of high voice so they can, know you're not a threat. 1 sec. Just go and get the dog now. Okay, yay. She doesn't like to move very fast, so she's going to take a minute to get here. Okay, well, there we go. At least you guys got to see the flowers then. Okay, lie down, Nori. And so that's good. Right? Maybe they speak gent. And here comes the train. You guys, it's too bad I shut off the critter cam. Can you hear that? You guys want to see the train? I can fire up the critter cam again. Hang on. Let's see here. Hang on. Doo-doo-doo. Come on, thingy. Here we go. How interesting is a train, you say? Okay, well, we'll see. Let's see if we can fire up the critter cam. Okay. You guys want to go see the train? I hear that train a-comin'. You know what? It's not kind of funny, but I had a diaper dog for 12 years, you guys. Oh, goodness. Critter cam is being completely losing its mind. Wow, look at this. It's doing that. I think the train is affecting the critter cam. Bizarrely. Whew, it's like having a nervous breakdown. What's going on here? Yeah, it's totally having issues, so I guess we're not going to go see the train. Not sure what's happening there. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Dee 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 dee. La da dee. No, it doesn't want to do it. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, we're all okay. Now I control your brains. I have to commandeer your brains because my own brain is damaged. It's so damaged, and so we must control your brains with a machine. Right? Where's my shot? Where's my machine? Where's my brain control? Technology. How about where's the freaking song you were singing? Yeah, we've probably all seen a train before, right? But the cool thing with the trains is they have so much graffiti art on them. They're just like a freaking rolling art gallery these days. It's quite amazing. You know, lie down, lie down. We'll take you home after the show, okay? Lie down, it's okay. She was already halfway home anyway, but technically, you know, dogs aren't supposed to be, you know, just randomly roving around the town. So, hang on here. I'm going to tune this guitar properly and then turn it on properly and do that song properly. Hey, easy. Don't break strings now. Settle down. Let's try that again. Purple train, purple train, purple train. Okay. If you get close to him, kiss him once for me. I have always respected him for doing what he did and getting free. Oh, whatever makes him happy, I won't stand in the way. Though the bitter taste still lingers on from the time I tried to make him stay. I see a lot of people as I make the rounds, and and I hear his name here and there as I go from town to town. And I've never really gotten used to it. I just learned to turn it off. Maybe I am too sensitive, or else I'm getting soft. Sundown, yellow moon, I replay the past. I know every scene by heart. They all went by so fast. And if he's passing back this way, you know I'm not that hard to find. Tell him he can look me up if he's got the time. Well, there's little Bob Dylan for you. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, we definitely have to sort Nightbot out, because he wasn't supposed to be, like, doing these guys at the same time, and ticky, near. There's supposed to be space, and purple train, purple train. Ruthie's homework for the weekend. Get your editing shit together. Drive your purple train, purple train. There's a possibility of that becoming a hype train song, maybe, eh? Oh, yeah. Because purple's Twitch's color, right? Train. I know, ridiculousness. We are thinking of all things ridiculous, yeah. As fast as we can. Yeah. That's not quite right in tune now. That's the thing about a really beat up old guitar is that, yeah, everything's a little loosey-goosey. Probably needs a fret job too. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. I think we got time for one more song, lovies, before I've got to take wee Nora home. She lives about 2 blocks away. And she can't just ride the train over there. And look at this. This is a record-breaking night for me. Not only did I get my first bits, yay, tonight, and I got rated by Chuck, yay, tonight. And you guys were all here, yay, tonight. And this is the longest stream I've done yet, ever, on Twitch. Yay, ever in my life, actually. What? Yay. Super yay. Super yay, 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 yay. Let's do this right. Da-da-dee-dee-dee. Oh, yeah. Kale, yeah. Yes, indeed. Please check out Chuck if you don't already know him, which pretty sure all of us actually do. Or Neokellums. The Neokellums. I still don't know how to say that, you guys. You're going to have to give me some phonetic. Something to do with ukuleles, Neo and Lims, right? They're over in Singapore. Awesome. I have to go check them out. In fact, maybe I should. No, I'll probably mess things up if I do that. Tell you what, I'll do another song and I'll check all that. Why don't you guys see who? What do you think? Who should we go rating? Who are we going to go rating? What do you think? Take the poison, drink it down. Runs like rivers in this town. But hold your head up as you fall. The weight is heavy for us all. And on the road to your demise, you might do things that are unwise. You may regret those things one day. Be careful as you find your way. Some folks will like the stuff you do, and some will mess you up. Through thine own self be true, 'cause you're the best you've got. So spend some time to think about. Dang it. Okay. Sorry. There it is. I'm going to have to put my pedal where I can see it. Because that's what, the third time now tonight? We're going to have a command about Ruthie forgets to turn on her guitar. Spend some time to think about. Thanks, Tara. What's within your heart when you're without? For you will reap just what you sow. Can only have the love you grow. Some folks will like the stuff you do, some will mess you up. To thine own self be true, 'cause you're the best you've got. Don't let them degent ya. Or we'll have to sword them. So take the poison, drink it down. Runs like rivers in this town. But hold your head up as you fall. The weight is heavy for us all. But hold your head up as you fall. The weight is heavy for us all. I believe that to be so. Yee-hoo. Okay. So who we got to go rating on here? Let's see. Mildly Aggressive Folk has been on for a while, haven't they? A little more guitar, please. Okay, yes, we got that figured out. Keys 65 is on. Okay. It's a fun word to say out loud, though. Yes, it is. Degenerates. Hey, Jay, thanks for hanging out, man. You are just the most awesomest. And listen, if you want to do like an IRL gig, seriously, in the hat, if you have any Saturdays or Sundays open left, We should organize that. I'll come out and play. I can bring my PA, or maybe you have one there. I'll get all my hat friends to come over and we'll have a party on your lawn. Or if you're going to be in the hat, like on a weekend, Saturday or Sunday day, I think a daytime thing would be good for a house concerty thing. But whatever you think. If you have any dates left, I don't know. You probably don't anymore because, we have all of 8 or maybe 9, 10, 11, 12 summer dates, and then it's over. Damn landlord and his degenerates. It's like drunkard for some weird drink bartender. I'd like yes, at the Bocott Mansion. Well, at Brad's place, Jay's significant other. Yes, let's please, because it's going to happen. It's September. Okay, you got something left in September? Great. I didn't do Godzilla yet, Coincidence Machine. You have just arrived, haven't you? I was just going to call that a night. And then here you are. Would you like me to sing Godzilla before I go away? What do you think, guys? Shall we Godzilla it up? Okay, I'm going to call you for sure. Lala Salima. Oh, yeah. Nice, yeah. This is just the best place to come over and just shout out to everybody. We got Jay Bocott. We got Social Climber. We got Coincidence Machine. We got just people and Chuck Brodsky and, just shout out to anybody you guys know that's a streamer that's around. Because, of course, we probably all know each other and are all following and everything, but all you guys are so brilliant and amazing. Okay, sure, let's just do a little bit of Godzilla. We're kind of wrong. Tuning. Hang on, we'll just fix that. Come on. Yeah, these batteries are going. And remember, Ruthie, turn on your guitar. Yeah, no Blue Oyster Cult Godzilla. No, we're just doing our straight up own one. And yeah, we'll just end the stream on a nice happy note like that. Pick a monster, any monster. Maybe the brain damage isn't so bad. Walking on broken glass again. Beast came by, wrecked up my house again. Still each time I have to let him in, 'cause my life with Godzilla's what I'm living. And I don't have time to tidy all the mess. I just keep piling up the broken pieces, and I can't quite bring myself to confess that my life with Godzilla's what I'm living. And now he's out there crashing all around. Sometimes he fries frightens the whole town. So hang on to the children, 'cause he's got the devil in him. You just gotta wait until he goes back underground. Not so sure what I'm gonna do. I just keep breathing in and out. But I suppose that most of you have a monster too. And you know this life with Godzilla that I'm living. And now he's out there crashing all around. Sometimes he frightens the whole town. So hang on to the children, 'cause he's got the devil in him. You just gotta wait until he goes back underground. I said hang on to the children, 'cause he's got the devil in him. You just gotta wait until he goes back underground. You just gotta wait until he goes back underground. Walking on broken glass again. Well, welcome, you guys. Welcome to I Love Ruthie. Welcome. How do you do? Hello. You just caught us on the end of our big scatty monster song. Corey Clark, thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Fantastic. Welcome to the hotel I Love Ruthie. Such a lovely place. Such a lovely face. Okay, well, we're going to work on that. I don't really even have a raid song yet. You guys, thank you. Oh my gosh, 2 raids in one night. What? I am so thrilled to see you all. Please, the song list is there. And by all means, bless you guys. Please do request a song or 2 or 3. Mostly, I am a streamer who sings my own original songs or some like really weird, obscure other original songs or, you know, the odd cover. And I'm working on learning more covers. I used to know many, but we were just talking earlier about the brain damage here. So, you guys have joined us for our first, longest, most epic night. We got our first bits tonight ever. As you can see, I have not been doing this for too long. Okay, faster than the speed of dark. Awesome. Oh no, the speed of dark song, faster than the speed of dark. Right, I'm mixing it up with the John Prine one there, right? Well, sure we can do that. Coincidence machine. Unless any of the new raiders here have a specific song they would like to hear. not the Blue Oyster Cult. Right. I guess we're just going to officially ban all Blue Oyster Cult songs from this stream. When I wear my angel wings, I feel pretty sure I'm flying faster than the speed of dark. At least that's what I'm trying. But when the devil's got a hold of me, I live deep underground. I forget the birds will sing if I just come back about. So head for the light, go as quick as you can. I'll find you somehow, and then we can hold hands. Head for the light, and I'll be there right soon. When I get around that black side of the moon. Well, my faithful hound, she don't like to ride around with me in the car no more. The road to hell is paved with us. On that she's pretty sure. And if dogs know about these sorts of things, and we take that final drive, hope to meet you on the other side. Ain't no one here gets out alive. You head for the light, go as quick as you can. I'll find you somehow, and then we can hold hands. Head for the light, and I'll be there right soon. When I get around that black side of the moon. Said when I get around that black side of the moon. There you go, guys. Faster than the speed of dark. Title track from my second album. Whoop, you can kind of sort of see that there. Okay. Ah, and we have the other Speed of the Sound of Speed of Darkness song. Okay, guitar off. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Derek. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, bits! You guys, this is the most red letter day ever, ever, ever. I have now gotten more bits. This is the first time I've ever gotten bits. Is on the show tonight. Excuse me. I'm so excited. Boy, oh boy, you guys, I've never gotten bits before. And look at you all here. Oh, Coincidence Machine, Aaron, Derek, thank you so very much. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Jay. Yeah, well, it's been a long time between records, but hey, I've just about finished recording my third album, you guys. I just got to put together the dollars, all that part. But, yeah, okay. Speed of the sound. Oh, Bring Me Rocks, thank you. Thank you so much for the sub. Oh, thank you. Gnome Fire. Gnome Fire. Thank you. Hang on. Let's get this guitar in some kind of semblance of tuning here. Hang on. There we go. Turn on the guitar, Ruthie. Oh, thank you. Nomvara. I love that name. You guys all have just the coolest handles, right? Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. You guys, and you got a sub for Corey, too. Oh, you guys are blowing my mind. This whole Twitch community, it's so... I have been performing music for 37 years, you guys. And I've never come across this kind of community playing music. It's just astounding. Jay Bocott and I are absolutely astounded up here in Canada. It's a little bit slim picking sometimes, and it's kind of like, what, you know, who you know? And they won't let us in America without a great deal of kerfuffle. So, I just love Twitch, you guys, and I love all of you. That's why my show's called I Love Ruthie. Because actually, I love you guys. You come home straight and you come home curly. You come home big when you're feeling small. You come home late and you come home early. And sometimes you don't come home at all. So what in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You go have a little rest there, Gnome Fire. We'll sing you to sleep. I got a heart that burns with a fever, and I got a worried and a troubled mind. How can a love that would last forever get left so far behind? So what in the world have come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. It's a mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow that's crossed this wicked land today. And how can you ever talk about tomorrow when you ain't got one word to say? So what in the world has come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. You're out there running just to be on the run. Little John Prine for you guys. Thank you so much for the raid and for all of you guys coming here and everybody that subscribed and followed and sent bits and just hung out with me here tonight, you guys. I'm just super, super grateful to all of you. This is my most epic stream ever. I've never had so many people watching, and I've never had bits, and I've been rated a little tiny bit, but my goodness. Thank you all so very much. I'm just really, really, really grateful. So this is the longest stream I've ever done. We've been streaming for, holy smoke, since 6 p.m. my time, and it's now 9:32 p.m. my time. Longest I've ever done. And amazingly, we didn't blow anything up. I think all the ice blocks are melted now that are holding the power source for the board from blowing up. We're still kind of in the 1800s here. As you guys, you may have heard, that's me. I grew up in the 1800s in an 1800s woolen mill. These are the wool socks made from my family's factory, and all of these socks are made the same way they were made in the Industrial Revolution, okay? The wool comes in from the sheep, and then we sort it and run it through a circa Industrial Revolution factory, and that's how I grew up. That and wrangling horses and cooking, in the big outfit camps in the Rocky Mountains. So interwebs are not really a thing that I've ever really been super, good at. But I'm learning. Look at this. I have a song list. Where is it? There it is. And I have 3 emotes now. Little Clover and Little Garth and Little... Here, I'm going to hit you guys with them here right now. We got Matthew. He's the kitty. And then we've got Garth. He's the bunny. He was in charge of security for a long time. And then we've got Clover. He's a tiny wild clover. And he was a famous hamster who I have written a children's book about. Anyway, so much information. Do you? Oh, okay. Gnome Fire, are you in the UK or something to be visiting defunct woolen mills? Of course, it would be like the early morning by now, wouldn't it? If you were there. Because where else would there be defunct mills, woolen mills? Maybe some in America. Anyway, Scotland, maybe. Or Ireland. Or the UK. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much again. I'm so grateful. I am just so grateful. So, let's find someone to raid. Who shall it be then? Oh, you're in northeastern U.S. Okay, so, in New York. Oh, my goodness me. Well, you're a few hours ahead. You are definitely up late. It's almost the middle of the night. Utica. Where is Utica? Is that in New York as well, Jedi? Mm-hmm. I guess, sure, along all sorts of... along the waterways, because at a certain point they were run by the big water wheels, weren't they? Okay, so you are just along the river. Oh, thank you, Corey. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Mostly I'm just moving all my shows over there when they come along. Okay. Let's go say hello to Keys 65. Okay, guys, let's get ready to go on a raid. Thank you once again. I'm super grateful. Okay, where are we here? Raid Keys 65. Right? Thank you guys so much. Okay, here we go. Let's raid channel. The puppy is like, here we go. That's the one. Yeah. Okay, guys. Love you guys. Here we go. Love you guys. Boo. Here we go. Yay. Hang on, Nori. 1 minute. And here it comes. 1 second. Rating. Did that work?